College in Ohio and chief political correspondent for Politic365.com. You know what? This has got to be the biggest game of political chicken since the debt ceiling debacle last summer.
Well, yeah, and no one wants it to be a debacle, so that's why we know it's a game of chicken. Look, John Boehner knows there's no victory for the Republican Party if we go off this cliff. Barack Obama knows he just won the election, so he can pretty much win this argument. So right now, it's a lot of posturing, a lot of chest beating, but we're all going to have a happy Christmas. They're going to work this out before we go off the fiscal cliff.
Will they really?
I really think so, because I think it's too dangerous for both sides. Look, we just got surprisingly good unemployment numbers. I don't think either party wants it to be on their backs. If we go off this cliff, people go off unemployment, payroll taxes go up. I think that would be bad for both sides, and the Republicans would actually take the brunt of it.
Okay, so on CNN's State of the Union, Republican Congressman Tim Cole of Oklahoma said that this about the cliff situation. Listen to what he said, and then I'll get your take on it.
Mm-hmm.
And some of our people think if we just dig in and hold strong, we can stop it. That's just not the case. It happens automatically. You have to do something, and doing something requires the cooperation of the Senate, which the Democrats run, and the signature of the president. So we're not going to get 100% of what we want, but we can get a lot. John Boehner's trying to focus this where it belongs, and that's on spending restraint and entitlement reform, because this revenue won't come close to dealing with our fiscal problems.
So does this mean that President Obama sort of holds all the cards, not just with the automatic spending cuts, but with taxes as well?
Well, yeah, because the Republicans, we saw this a couple of weeks ago when they were backing off their pledge to Grover Norquist. All of this sort of, I'm gonna stand my ground, and I'm gonna draw these lines and say, they're not working anymore. The Republicans recognize that these pledges, these commitments, they're not the reality that we're facing right now economically. So I think a lot of them are gonna bend, and they're gonna recognize they can't get a big victory right now.
All right, so let's look at a recent Washington Post poll. What it does is shows who Americans really are gonna blame if we do go over the cliff. 53% say Republicans in Congress, 27% say the president, 12% say both sides equally. That coupled with the president winning the election on the promise to raise millionaires' taxes, you know, what edge, if any, does Speaker Boehner have? Do the Republicans have in this battle? They really don't have much leverage, do they?
No, they really have little or no leverage. This is what happens when you lose. Look, the Democrats faced the same thing in 2004. When George Bush got reelected, they realized they got to scale back. They're going to have to buck their heads for a bit and say, okay, we're going to do what he wants us to do. And the Republicans are in the exact same place. Look, they're going to ask for entitlement reforms. They're going to ask to lower certain types of taxes, but it's not going to happen. They're going to fold, and Obama's going to get the victory.
And this is going to happen on December 31st at what, 11:59?
Probably 11:59. I mean, look, you know, Boehner and Obama were meeting today for a reason, because they know that they got to do the chest beating outside with everybody else, but inside they know, please, you know, Obama's begging, Boehner's begging. They're going to finish this up.
All right, Jason continues to be a nail biter. Thanks.
Thank you.
A popular Mexican-American singer is missing. She just performed